Here's a short video of me cutting some crown molding with my Kapex using the crown extensions and crown stops. Here I am just cutting the very edge off of the molding. It was completely unnecessary in this case, but a habit I've just gotten into. The Kapex and the crown stops or crown extensions have a lot of different clamping options. They have a T-track in the crown extension to that mates with the Festool quick or screw clamp like you'd use for the track saw. And here I'm cutting the other end off, again completely unnecessary, but at least on this particular piece of wood, but it's a habit I'm in, just making sure that that's square. Once you get your crown stop set up, you can just essentially throw the molding in there and it lines up right away and you're ready to go. Clamp it down and you're ready to make your cut. Lasers align exactly where the blade's going to go, so once you've got things measured and marked, it's really easy. And here, you can see I'm not quite used to the saw yet, and I had a little too much pressure on the outside there and popped the wood up, but it still gave a perfect cut. And once I had them both cut, it's a little difficult to do this in midair, but gosh, they lined up really well. Cuts were perfect, and this is ready to be stained and put up. This is going on top of a cabinet, which is why they're a little shorter than you might expect. And then I cut some door molding. I've got a variety of molding to do in my house, repurposing some stuff I've pulled and stripped using my sanders. And here's one of my favorite features of the Kapex. The lasers, you can see here, they wrap around the side because of where they're placed, so you can put your mark on the face, on the side, and you can still see exactly where you're going to cut. And the clamps that come with it, or the clamp that comes with it, I wound up with an extra one by happenstance, are fantastic. They have a reasonable amount of holding power. They're easy to set up. You can use one hand to put them on, put them off, and they hold straight down. And there's no turned screw or anything like that to put pressure anywhere else than just straight down. Then I'm cutting the molding that goes around the outside of the door. Looking at it from this angle, I wish I had that fence further away, but it obviously all worked out just fine. And I probably shouldn't have clamped it on both sides, but these clamps, they push straight down. In the future I probably wouldn't do that, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time, and everything worked out fine. So here I am trimming off a little bit. I cut that molding a little bit long, so I'm trimming it a slight bit. And trimming it once again because I still didn't get enough off of there, but very easy to cut a little more off than to find 80-year-old molding that, as far as I can tell, seems to have a rather unique profile. And once I had both pieces cut, this is for the top of the door. The wood's a little wonky. It's not quite flat, but obviously once it's all nailed into place, that'll just be fine. But once I was able to get everything kind of fit into place by hand, it all matched up perfectly. And I was done with that piece, took it and put it back on my lumber rack where I'm storing the rest of the stuff I cut, waiting to stain it. One of the nicest things about this saw are these clamps. They're held in securely. They have a very substantial standard in the back that attaches, and the pads are shaped so that they go right up against the fence, no matter what position you have it in. Towards the inside, toward the outside, and they also work obviously in other positions, but it's just nice that you have them right up against the fence so that you know you're getting clamping pressure right there. And it works the same on the other side. They're just cleverly designed. Instead of a circle, they have a bit of a shape to them which lets them sit right up against the fences. So this is my first time really getting to use my Kapex, and I'm very happy with the features, and it makes great cuts, and I think I'll be happy with it for many years to come.